Good afternoon. Welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. This is Logan Burgess. Today is Thursday, March 6th. We had export sales come out this morning, but first let's take a look at the trading platforms. Here we closed off the day. Corn for May delivery trading up 9 cents. Soybeans for May trading up 17.5 cents. Wheat in Chicago up 3.5 cents, and Kansas City wheat trading up 3 cents. Logan, we had exports come out today. Yep. Did that help contribute to this rally?
Very large export sales this morning, Cody, reported for corn, soybeans, and wheat. Take a look here at this table. You can see compared to what the trade was expecting, old crop sales well outstripped expectations for all three commodities here. Corn in particular had a very strong day. 1.5 million metric tons reported sold there last week. And keep in mind right now on corn that these sales reflected here today don't necessarily reflect any sales that have been pushed onto U.S. books following the fallout in Ukraine. That started on Monday of this week. So next week's export sales report are really going to capture, as I said, any of those sales that have been pushed onto the U.S. books from countries that typically do business with the Ukrainians.
Absolutely. And when you look at those countries that typically purchase from Ukraine, we're talking about Spain, Egypt, Italy, the Netherlands, Israel, Portugal, Turkey, Syria. Those are all locations that are typically purchasing corn from Ukraine. Now, the reason I'm saying corn here is because corn, they're the #4 exporter in the world. There's only so many major exporters of corn. Right. The U.S. is obviously a major #1 exporter of corn here, and so I would suspect that we would see some sales pushed onto books. Considering the fact that there is some currency deflation over in Ukraine, farmers are kind of holding on to that grain as a hedge against that. Some of those trading houses are a little bit nervous that they can meet obligations, and so they may be reluctant again actually selling some of that grain to those countries.
Well, as we know here during this week's trade, the Ukraine story really helped propel this corn market higher, and obviously we've been getting a lot of calls here in the office from traders who want to get an idea of where the top side could be or where are some price levels to keep in mind here as we're looking at this May corn contract. Take a look here at this chart. This shows a weekly chart of that May contract, and we referenced this earlier in the week here on GrainTV, but we have a major trend line if you draw it across the highs going back to about September 2012. That's going to intersect this trade about 490. In today's action, that did act as resistance. So when you're looking at some areas to keep in mind, this is one that I think a lot of people are looking at right now. Additionally, if we look at the bottom of this chart, we have here what's called the relative strength index. This is a technical indicator that helps traders determine when a market is overbought or oversold. Anytime it's above 70, a market technically is considered overbought. Right now on May corn, looking at the weekly chart, we're looking at about an RSI reading of relatively 80 here. So a lot of technical traders are going to look at this market as ripe for a correction. Now you consider the fact that we have a USDA report on Monday. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw some longs come off the table in tomorrow's trade action.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at soybeans here. Now this is an hourly chart, so each bar is representing 1 hour worth of price activity. And so you can see that earlier on in the week, we were rallying here. We were moving higher around that 1440 level. We found some resistance. We sold off a first time. We tried to go up around that level again. Yep. We sold off a second time, but really didn't make new lows here. We're still hanging around that 1440 level. Right now, we're consolidating. I wouldn't be surprised if earlier on in the trade tomorrow we break above that, but I would be skeptical of any moves above that, considering the fact, Logan, like you mentioned here earlier for corn, you know, we have a WASDE report coming up on Monday. We may see some of these longs get taken off the table. We may see some position evening. Yeah. It's a Friday, so just be skeptical of any major breakout here at this part of the week.
Yeah, we'll help keep you posted on expectations for Monday's USDA report on tomorrow's show. Export sales is really going to be a highlight of Monday's report. As we know, we've had issues with Ukraine, some issues with South America exporting soybeans. So there's a lot of moving components right now on the world export front, and we'll help get you prepared for Monday's number tomorrow on GrainTV. In general, though, that's kind of what we saw here on a Thursday in the grain market. Once again, saw a lot of strength. We'll have to see if it can continue into tomorrow's report. If you want live quotes on your mobile phone or on a tablet for Monday's USDA report, visit us over at grainhedge.com. You can start your 2-week trial of those live quotes today and have quotes going on Monday morning. If you have questions about that, call the office, 877-472-4607. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.